Perfectionism is ruining your life. Hello champions, I'm Dr. Meghana Dikshit, author of the book You Matter, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our channel. Here we explore the fascinating realms of mind and brain, share the secrets to success, help you heal your past, and prepare for a brilliant future. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. To all our returning viewers, a heartfelt welcome. If you are ready to dive into the incredible world of brain potential, type dive in the chat box right now. Now, before we get to the topic, there are two more ways I can help you. We have posted two links in the caption. Register for my live seminar to train your brain to achieve all your goals. And second, you can purchase my book, You Matter, through the link and start your personal growth journey with me. Now, let's begin. Perfectionism, is it ruining your life? Do you constantly feel the anxiety that you're losing out on something? Do you constantly feel that it can be done better? Do you constantly feel that whatever you're doing, it is not good enough? If you have said yes to these three questions, know that you are a perfectionist, and perfectionism is ruining your life. Are you shocked to hear this? Well, listen to this video and you will soon learn how perfectionism is ruining your life. So let's first understand, what is perfectionism? Perfectionism is not just wanting to do things well or flawless, it's a more complicated mindset. Perfectionism is setting very high standards for achievements and then berating yourself for not being able to meet those standards. You may have heard often that perfectionism is a virtue to behold. And this may come as a shock to you, that always striving for perfectionism can actually cause you your mental well-being and harm you in the long run. Let me give you my own example. I was the youngest of 4 siblings. By the time I was born, my parents were quite tired and set in their ways. My mother was always busy in the house, and my father, being the sole earning member, was busy working hard to make ends meet for a large growing family. My father's entire focus was on getting the best education for his daughters, as he firmly believed that good education is a way to build a good life. From that perspective, his entire upbringing was towards us concentrating on studies, and he would not allow us to shift our focus to anything or any other extracurricular activities, as he felt it was a waste of time. I, being the youngest, constantly felt ignored and hence tried to excel in all that I did, just to get that significance at home, just to get that attention from my parents, be it studies or sports or dance. Even the smallest mistake would not escape my father. He was extra critical, and I would be striving even more harder to be perfect. Slowly, that became a habit. Later in life, during the early phase of my career, I would be all the time taking on more and more things on my shoulders because delegation was a problem with me. I felt others will not complete the work the way I would. This eventually led me to a burnout phase where my body and my mind just gave up. I had to go through intense therapy and understand the pitfalls of wanting to be perfect. I have understood now that being a perfectionist can be a slippery slope to stress, anxiety, and even depression. Psychologist Dr. Don Hamchek, in a study conducted as far back as 1978, there are 2 strains of perfectionism, normal and neurotic. The normal perfectionist strives for high standard but does not allow it to affect their happiness. They are satisfied in their pursuits. Whereas the neurotic perfectionist is miserable. Their happiness is directly linked to their achievement or non-achievement of their impossible goals. Let me explain this further by giving you an example of one of our students. He is in our 6 months program, and we work closely with our participants to get to the root of all that is ailing them. Give them the required tools to enable them to create the life that they want for themselves. So this gentleman came to us because he was not making enough money and had created a debt cycle for himself. When he came for his one-to-one sessions, I understood the root of his problem. He came from a very humble background. He was the eldest child, the son, and had 3 younger sisters. His parents had huge expectations from him. He, being a bright child, excelled in his studies, but the weight of being a good son bogged him down. His constant fear was he will fail his parents' expectations. This led him eventually to create that cycle of debt. He started his own business, was doing well, but his constant feeling of not doing good enough led him to take unnecessary risk. This was also ruining his health. He was single as he felt that he had no time for relationships. When he came to us, he was on the brink of a mental breakdown. Perfectionism ruined his life. Did you get that? Type IGI, I got it in the chat box. I'm going to quickly enumerate. Here are the reasons how perfectionism can impact you adversely. First, overthinking. You're constantly thinking what if and the worst case scenarios. This is a kind of paralysis and it can stop you from making decisions. Start practicing mindfulness. Break each task into smaller steps. Second, constantly comparing yourself to others. I used to do that very often. No achievement would give me happiness as I would constantly compare myself to others around me. Practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what is not there to what is there and what I already have. 3. Fear of failure is a huge thing for perfectionists. One of my mentors, Dr. John D. Martini, says, success and failure are both feedbacks. They are not the final outcomes. Next, when you feel you have failed, make a list of all that you have learned from that failure. 4. Unrealistic expectations in relationships puts a strain on relationships. Be open and vocal about your habit of perfectionism with your loved ones. Discuss on ways to build authenticity in your relationships. 5th, procrastination. It is one of the most common symptoms of perfectionism. A lot of our participants come to us seeking for solutions for procrastination. Use the Pomodoro technique to complete your task. Break your task into 25-minute slots. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5 minutes break. This will help you to get out of that cycle of procrastination and perfectionism. 6th step, experiencing disturbed sleep cycles. Perfectionism can affect physical, and the first sign is disturbed sleep cycle. Incorporate yoga, pranayama in your routine. 7. Feeling emotionally neglected. Pursuit of perfectionism often leads to mental disorder. Prioritizing self-care is a must. Schedule a spa day every 2 weeks. Pursue a hobby. Meet up with a friend for a coffee and schedule a me time for at least 30 minutes daily. Know that perfectionism is a disease like any other ailment and it can be cured. Get a mentor, a coach who can guide you on the steps to self-preservation. Be there every step of the way to help you to create a robust life for yourself. If this helped you, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And there are 2 ways I can help you more than this video. There are 2 links posted in the caption. First, register for my live seminar for free to train your brain to achieve all your goals. And second, you can purchase my book, You Matter, through the link and start your personal growth journey with me. Until then, next time.